Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Celtics beat the Wizards in DC last night, 122-102, and the Celtics let damn near the entire roster get some playing time. Center Neemias Queta took advantage of his minutes on the floor and did some really good things. So let's get into the film. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come to the house. And Queta Tribe, we are back for another season. Welcome. And of course, we'll be looking at Neemias Queta, the pride of Portugal. Neemias Queta, of course, we'll be looking at him today. He had 12.7 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds in this game. And y'all know me, I try to be as authentic as possible. So I'm not just gonna show all the good things that he did. He is still somewhat of a project, but he has clear NBA skills and he has an NBA skill set. So here we have him going up against big Jonas Valanciunas, one of the stronger centers in the league, and this is something that Queta has to improve on. He has to get stronger in the paint. Valanciunas is able to knock him back a couple feet. There's another clip later where somebody else was able to, but while that happens, right, he gets knocked back a couple feet. Valanciunas does the spin move, but of course, a 7-foot frame with the very lanky arms. This is a guy that can really block shots, at the bare minimum, contest a lot of shots. And he's able to stay with Valanciunas here and contest a shot. And one of Queta's best qualities is as a screener. Last year, he averaged 5.2 screen assists per 75 possessions. That was in the 95th percentile last year in the NBA. He's just a really powerful screener. And when guys hit his screens, they stop, just like Keyshawn George did here on this. Just completely stonewalls him, creates a 2-on-1 advantage with JB and Marvin Bagley. JB does a nice job grabbing Keyshawn George here, having Marvin Bagley step up and the alley hoop. The Celtics do a nice job of like having bigs that aren't like traditional floor spacers, like guys that can't shoot threes, like Queta and Cornette. Well, I won't say Cornette can't shoot threes, he just doesn't take them. Having the center space the floor without it being like traditional spacing as far as like shooting, right? So they camp them in pockets on the floor, right? So as soon as they catch the ball, they immediately go into a dribble handoff. And I love how the Celtics ran this ankle pick and roll. Before this, they try to get the switch on Al Horford with Jordan Poole, which happens, which makes Bagley want to come over and help. So he scoots over a little bit into the paint, and Queta gets right into the dribble handoff with JB, and it ends up in the lob. And Queta is a very real athlete. Of course, you have the 7-foot frame, the length, the explosion at the rim as a finisher, but he has very nimble feet. Again, grew up in Portugal playing soccer. This helps him slide his feet on the perimeter versus guards and big men trying to attack him, not thinking he can stay with them. So here, have Marvin Bagley trying to drive. Queta does a nice job sliding his feet, staying with Bagley, walling him up, forcing Marvin Bagley to do a spin move into Jaylen Brown. He takes the ball, and here we are in transition, and this is Queta's best skill. He is a truly elite offensive rebounder. Last year, he ranked in the 99th percentile in offensive rebounds per 75 possessions. He ranked in the 91st percentile in offensive rebounds per game, and in the 97th percentile in putback attempts, which is this right here. He gets the offensive rebound. This is a pretty easy one. He just runs the floor because he's an active big. High points the ball over Kyle Kuzma, and the putback attempt is good. And here's that area of improvement again, his strength. Kyle Kuzma is just able to legally put his shoulder into Queta. Queta can't do this right here, right? He can't lead or like try to brace the contact with his chest, right? You can't lead and poke out your chest. That makes him smaller, and he's backing up. So if he does that while backing up, he has no balance at all. You can't generate a lot of power if you don't have a strong foundation or base in your feet. And he's just caught backpedaling. He leads with his chest, and Kyle Kuzma goes right into it, knocks him back a couple feet, and he scores. And again, this is just about him getting stronger. He's a very lean 7-footer, so I have no doubt that if he keeps hitting the weight room and doing the right things as far as trying to get stronger, that he will, right? But at this point, this is something that he has to work on just like everybody else. And something interesting I found on the rewatch of this game, I was at this game. I promise you I saw these plays, but I just didn't notice that it was happening intensely. So when the Celtics play a post-oriented big, this could be Karl-Anthony Towns, it could be Joel Embiid, but in this case, it's Jonas Valanciunas. They put a post defender, a strong post defender on that post guy. So here's Xavier Tillman. It's usually Al Horford, and sometimes it can be Drew Holiday. And then they'll put the rangier shot blocking big on a perimeter guy. So this is usually the worst perimeter shooter on the opposing team on the floor at that time. Here is Koulibaly, right? I probably would have put him on Keyshawn George because Koulibaly is going to handle it more. And we could just like, have Keyshawn George prove that he can hit shots. But I think it's very telling that the Celtics trust Queta to stay with Koulibaly on the perimeter as a guy that's handling the ball. I think Koulibaly had like 7 assists in this game. So he was really handling and passing the ball. And again, Queta does a nice job staying with Koulibaly. Like, he's there every step of the way, but he just, as he's turning his hips, as Koulibaly drives to slide his feet, he just puts his hand there and Koulibaly takes advantage of that and he draws the foul. All right, so here we're going to start on the offensive side of the ball. Again, Queta, his best quality, easiest offensive rebounding. He had 4 offensive rebounds in this game, and last year he was one of the best offensive rebounds in the league per 75 possessions. And Brian Scalabrine said something that was so true about offensive rebounding last year on air, right? As an offensive rebounder, you want to work baseline and then up. So here, as the shot goes up, you're going to see Queta. He's going to swim Valanciunas, and he's going to work to the baseline. Why? When you work the baseline, you are already in the deepest part of the paint. If you work baseline, you're already at the deepest part of the paint. Now, since you have that deep paint positioning, you work upwards. After you get the deep paint position, you work up to box out anybody to clear space. He does that, clears the space, puts his arm on Valanciunas, he boxes him out, and then the ball just falls right to him because he has great positioning and the putback attempt there. And then we go back to him guarding Bilal Koulibaly. Again, this is a preferred matchup. This is the Celtics' 5th string center, a 7-footer guarding the opposing team's play initiator. Now, of course, Koulibaly is not some star, right? But he is a very capable on-ball creator, right? He has 7 assists in this game, and he is really good with the ball in his hands. He's improved so much since his rookie season last year. And here, this just ends up being a phenomenal defensive possession by Queta. We got the screen by Kisper. The 7-footer goes over top of it as Koulibaly turns a corner. He stays with him stride for stride, gets in front of him, deters that drive. A great pass by Koulibaly. We got a kick out to Carrington. He pump fakes, drive. Queta stops that drive. We force another kick out to Koulibaly. He drives. Queta stops that drive. And a kick out to a turnover, and we go. And something I've always liked about Queta is his activity in the pick and rolls. He's able to play in between those 2-on-1s very effectively, using his length and his size to sometimes deter the handler from driving and getting back to the pass on the same play from the roller. So here we got a good screen by Valanciunas, which forces a 2-on-1 with Poole and Valanciunas. Queta is here, being active, using his length, is able to get back to Valanciunas, takes the bump by Valanciunas, he goes up and he forces a miss. And this is just elite offensive rebounding skill by Neemias Queta. Look at that tipping right there, the athleticism and the length. Again, 99th percentile in offensive rebounds per 75 possessions last season, 97th percentile in putback attempts last season. He really does this. And again, like we said in the last clip, the best way to get offensive rebounding positioning is to work baseline and then up. As the shot goes up by Jaylen Brown, he does the same exact thing he did on his last play. He's going to swim move out to work to the baseline so you can get the deepest paint position that you can. And then you're going to work up, which is you boxing out and clearing space. He swim moves him, swim move, work baseline, and go up. Look at that extension right there by Neemias Queta and the putback. And this is just Queta being the tallest kid at the monkey bars right here. He gets deep into the paint as Baylor Shotman shoots his ball. Got PBJ on his left side, Marvin Bagley on his other side. Does not matter. Tips the ball up with one hand, firmly grabs it with 2 hands, goes up and gets fouled. All right, so we got Queta in the pick and rolls again defensively. Keyshawn George rejects the screen, gets a step on Shotman. He snakes it, but Queta being there allows Shotman to get back. Then he gets back to Marvin Bagley, puts a body on him just to make sure he's in check. Then we got Jared Butler driving. He deters that drive. The lob steps back to Marvin Bagley, defends that, and we get the ball. And this is a phenomenal pass. Marvin Bagley falls on his arm. He has one arm. Like, it looks like they're wrestling. It looks like Bagley's trying to get him to tap out or some shit. And he just, nope, pass and off the fast break. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it in and everyone that you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more. And I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.